My name is Joe. 20 years ago, my wife and I moved to Lake County with our 4 young children and settled down. In that time, we've worked, worshiped, played, and raised our family. Today, I've met the people and discovered the businesses and organizations that make up a vibrant, dynamic community. Join us as we share with you what makes South Lake great. I'm Joe, and Joe knows South Lake. Good morning and welcome. Happy Friday the 13th. Ooh. Hey, we're glad to have you. My name is Joe Carlisle and this is Joe Knows South Lake. So, what's going on today? Well, first we're going to talk about Friday the 13th. Actually, the first Friday the 13th in the year. We're going to talk about Timmy Did It. This is a family concept of mine I will share with you. You'll get it when we talk about it. Today is also going to be Finish Strong Friday. We're going to talk about why Finish Strong Friday is important, who started it, and what its purpose is. And we're also going to have with us today Jason Robinson, the head coach of the Knights football team for East Ridge High School. So I am really looking forward to this. Our first real sports interview. We really appreciate Jason. So we'll be back in just a minute. We're going to hear from the sponsors, and we'll get started. See you in a minute.
Purchasing a home? Hi, I'm Mary Rhodes with The Mortgage Firm, your local direct lender for FHA, VA, conventional, and USDA mortgages. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to purchase a vacation home, we can help. Visit our website today for more information.
Welcome to Erica's Tea Room. Located in the heart of downtown Clearmont, this specialty tea shop offers a traditional high tea experience that can be enjoyed with family and friends. While here, you can choose from over 100 teas from all over the world.
Hello, I'm Mary Rhodes with The Mortgage Firm, your local mortgage lender. I've helped thousands of families achieve the dream of homeownership in Lake County, and I would love to help you. Please read our reviews and visit us at mortgagefirmpros.com.
Saturday night, October 5th, Claremont, Florida, get ready as Local Pro Wrestling presents Fight Fest, featuring 6 hard-hitting matches, including the Technical Alchemist, David Mercury, against Aaron Epic. In the semi-main event, a 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal, and former TNA superstar Mr. 630 Jarrell Clark. And the main event for the evening, former WWF WCW superstar, the Cuban Assassin, takes on the marquee Bruce Santee. Adult tickets are $15 and children ages 5 to 12 are only $10. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite. For more details, follow us on Facebook at Local Pro Wrestling or visit localprowrestling.com. Come support Local Pro Wrestling live.
Welcome to Erica's Tea Room. Located in the heart of downtown Clearmont, this specialty tea shop offers a traditional high tea experience that can be enjoyed with family and friends. While here, you can choose from over 100 teas from all over the world, and a multitude of teapots are available for purchase. Join us for lunch or choose from one of our special evening events. Call to make a reservation. Erica's Tea Room, making memories with every cup.
Hello, I'm Mary Rhodes with The Mortgage Firm, your local mortgage lender. I've helped thousands of families achieve the dream of homeownership in Lake County, and I would love to help you. Our team has over 30 years of experience helping first-time homebuyers, veterans, move-up buyers, seasoned investors, and more. Please read our reviews and visit us at mortgagefirmpros.com.
And welcome back. Hey, that was great, wasn't it? You know, I have to say, I appreciate our sponsors. I really do. Because they look good at what they do. They're good at what they do. And I got to say, I was watching this ad during the break, this Mary Rhodes ad. I mean, that, you know, Mary at the mortgage firm, she's excellent at what she does. But, man, Jay, you produce some good ads, man.
Well, thank you, Joe. I try my best, sir.
Oh, I'm not Joe Carlisle. Let me take Joe's name out. There you go. It's Friday, everybody.
It is
Happy
Friday.
Friday. The sun's shining though. I'll let the windows open today. So
That's actually a good intro, right? Today is Friday the 13th. It is the first Friday the 13th in the year. I mean, that's quite. Usually we get a couple of them, but this year
we made it to September.
We made it to September and actually survived a hurricane, not a hurricane. Looks like
there's a possible new one.
A possible new tropical
new one.
depression. Yeah. We're going to be at Sips and Salsa tomorrow. We're looking forward to that. It's kind of been a big build up. I'm kind of looking forward to being there and interviewing people and people trying to get me to volunteer for other stuff, but it just isn't going to happen. We're going to be busy.
Yes,
we're going to be promoting folks and getting people on the TV. So, anyways, Friday the 13th. You know, this is one of those days that kind of gets into the cultural lexicon, even as a kid, right? People that don't let a black cat walk in front of you, don't break a mirror. It's Friday the 13th. Oh, that's permission for everything to go wrong. What do you think about that? Do you put any stock in any of that?
Oh, me? No, I don't put any stock into that, Joe. Every day is a new adventure, so doesn't matter what the number is.
You know, in my opinion, this is, I don't know where this came from. There's probably a historical reference to it. But in my opinion, what ends up happening is these things get like strength because regular stuff happens and people blame it on it being Friday the 13th. What happened when it was Friday the 23rd? You know, the same bad stuff might happen, right? I mean, it's what do you focus on? Are you focused on the good stuff happening in your life or the bad stuff happening in your life? And I'm not talking tragic, horrible stuff, but just these little inconveniences. Well, the other thing that the first Friday the 13th of the year means is it's also National Blame Somebody Else Day. Did you realize that?
I did not know that, sir.
Today it is actually okay to blame somebody else. Now, I wouldn't try that with your boss or your coworkers, but in general, you can lay some stuff at somebody else's feet. In my house, we have a concept called Timmy Did It. And that concept comes from my oldest child is Timmy, Timothy Conan David Carlisle. I'm very proud of him. Young man studying medicine up at UF. But when he was a little kid, he was always getting in trouble like little kids would do. And he had a little brother and a little sister. And the time came for Timmy to go off to school. And there was something that happened. I don't remember what it was, but I can remember my next child, Robert, and their sister, Jennifer, when Miss Pat and I came in to discover what had gone wrong, you look at a child and you go, do you know who spilled all that milk? Timmy did it, was always their default. Timmy did it. Well, we had an education. Maybe some of the stuff we'd been blaming Timmy for hadn't been Timmy because he was at school. There was no way to do it. Sure enough, the rest of their lives, every time something was wrong, they tried to lay it at Timmy's feet. Timmy did it. My wife would probably be chuckling right now. My point is, today it would be okay. I'm going to say, we're just going to call it Timmy Did It Day. So if something happens today and somebody calls you on it, just say, hey, Timmy did it. I don't know who, but it's Timmy. Does that work for you, Jay?
Yeah, so far I've made about 2 mistakes on today's show, and I'm just going to blame Timmy.
It's Timmy. It's Timmy's fault.
Thanks, Timmy.
Timmy did it.
Way to go, Timmy.
Way to go, Timmy. The other thing we're going to talk about today is I have a dear friend named John C. Donahue, life coach, podcaster, responsible for Park Hoppers podcast and just a lot of other things. He's just a really cool guy. As a matter of fact, you can follow him on Facebook. We're going to talk at some point about Follow Friday, which is basically a tool I used when I was doing Cup of Joe to recommend people to follow. So that's not what we're doing here, but if you want to follow somebody and get some good advice, follow John C. Donahue on Facebook. But John has a concept called Finish Strong Friday. And the whole point of Finish Strong Friday is, we come into the week with all these projects we want or need to do, those things that were on our to-do list or in our calendar. But by the time you get to the Friday, there's usually some of them that aren't done. You ever run into that, Jay?
Yes, sir.
So, and especially since we're trying to do something new here, we're doing a lot of building and working and getting all the kinks worked out for scheduling and all of those things. And so the idea of Finish Strong Friday is you can take Friday and you focus on just pushing a little harder to make sure it gets done. And if you get it done today, that means you get the weekend to just kind of relax. And this is an actual coaching concept he developed because you need the time on Saturday and Sunday to revamp and recharge. If you're like me, most highly professional people, most highly accomplished and successful people, they're actually planning Sunday night. They don't wait till Monday morning to work out their schedule. I'm planning my schedule Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, sometimes even as early as Saturday because I have something I want to do on Sunday. So today I encourage you to utilize Finish Strong Friday to get you to where you need to be so that tomorrow when Sips and Salsa rolls around, you can come on out, you can have a good time, you can have a margarita or two or maybe a third because you've gotten everything done on Friday. And maybe by the time you get margarita number 2 down, you're going to do some of those salsa lessons. You're going to taste some of the salsa. I know it's dumb. I'm really looking forward to this event this year. Mostly because I'm not setting up my own booth. I'm helping with our booth. So, whole different concept. I was by myself last year, Jay. It was miserable.
Yeah, you get to just come hang out now, Joe. You come hang out with me, Joe.
Man, and I tried to overdo it. Last year I had games and chairs and tables and banners and tents, and nobody showed up to help, and it was just me, and I got rained on early. I should have worn my dress clothes. I should have set up, then changed into my dress clothes, but I wasn't quite that smart, so I ended up doing the whole rest of the function soaking wet. At any rate, that's it for our little intro for 3 of our 4 things. Thing number 4, when we come, we're going to go hear from the sponsors again. When we come back, we're going to hear from Jason Robinson, head coach of the East Ridge Knights football team. I'm really looking forward to speaking to him. But you'll hear about that when we come back, and we're going to hear from our sponsors.
Hello, I'm Mary Rhodes with the Mortgage Firm, your local mortgage lender. I've helped thousands of families achieve the dream of homeownership in Lake County, and I would love to help you. Our team has over 30 years of experience helping first-time homebuyers, veterans, move-up buyers, seasoned investors, and more. Please read our reviews and visit us at mortgagefirmpros.com.
Welcome to Erica's Tea Room. Located in the heart of downtown Clearmont, this specialty tea shop offers a traditional high tea experience that can be enjoyed with family and friends. While here, you can choose from over 100 teas from all over the world, and a multitude of teapots are available for purchase. Join us for lunch or choose from one of our special evening events. Call to make a reservation. Erica's Tea Room, making memories with every cup.
Purchasing a home? Hi, I'm Mary Rhodes with the Mortgage Firm, your local direct lender for FHA, VA, conventional, and USDA mortgages. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to purchase a vacation home, we can help. Visit our website today for more information.
Saturday night, October 5th, Clermont, Florida, get ready as local pro wrestling presents Fight Fest, featuring 6 hard-hitting matches, including the Technical Alchemist, David Mercury, against Aaron Epic. In the semi-main event, a 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal, and former TNA superstar Mr. 630 Jarrell Clark. And the main event for the evening, former WWF WCW superstar, the Cuban Assassin, takes on the marquee Bruce Santee. Adult tickets are $15 and children ages 5 to 12 are only $10. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite. For more details, follow us on Facebook at Local Pro Wrestling or visit localprowrestling.com. Come support local pro wrestling live.
Hello, I'm Mary Rhodes with the Mortgage Firm, your local mortgage lender. I've helped thousands of families achieve the dream of homeownership in Lake County, and I would love to help you. Our team has over 30 years of experience helping first-time homebuyers, veterans, move-up buyers, seasoned investors, and more. Please read our reviews and visit us at mortgagefirmpros.com.
And welcome back. Good to hear from our sponsors. All right. We have with us today a very special day. It's our first actual sports interview. I'm really excited and really grateful to Coach Robinson for doing this interview. He's utilizing the FaceTime, so he's not actually here in the studio with me, but because he was so gracious to carve out some time, we were able to FaceTime him. This is Coach Jason Robinson. He's the head coach of the East Ridge Knights football team. He's also a physical education teacher there and also the head boys weightlifting coach. So quite a bit on the coach's plate, not just football working on him. Coach, I want to ask you, what do you think about your season? How's your season stacking up this year?
Well, so far we're off to a good start. You know, we had a really good off season, and we had some things happen this off season that really stirred us and motivated us. So we've capitalized on that and just tried to lock in on being the best team that we can be on every play, every rep, every practice, and try to make it smaller, to turn things into smaller things and then let the small things add up to being big things, which would be W's.
Can you explain that a little more, that make it smaller? What kind of things are you talking about?
Well, for football, we pretty much go year round. So you only get to play games for about 2.5 months, and then the rest of the year is preparation to get ready for those 2.5 months. So it's way more work than it is play. But in order to play the way that you need to play, or to have a chance to be successful in today's football high school culture, you have to be working year round. And so breaking things down into smaller portions for us just meant that we needed to finish. Some of the things we didn't do well last year was finish games, finish drives, finish plays. So we've tried to really incorporate that and focus on that this offseason into finishing reps and finishing sprints and finishing through the line and not pulling short and finishing and all things, just in life in general, getting to practice on time, being the first guy there, being the last guy to leave. Doing the right thing in the classroom, doing our community service project, being a part of that. So when you get all those things,
that makes sense, man.
Turn into the chance to win, right?
That makes sense. It comes down to the team that doesn't quit is the team that wins.
Not always, usually.
I want to ask you a little bit about the season itself. How do you feel about your schedule and who you're playing? Do you feel fairly confident in the way it's laid out that builds you to wins? Do you have to come out strong and maybe just dominate? Tell me a little bit about your season.
Well, it's kind of been up and down so far. We're kind of a young team and a lot of lack of experience in terms of varsity experience on our team. Only 5 players returned from our roster last year to this year's team that played meaningful varsity minutes for us. So we've kind of been up and down. We've looked not very good at times, but there's been times where we've really good, and then there's been some in between. So I know in our first game we were down 13-0, and then we came back and scored down with the ball and winning by 3 touchdowns. So then last week, or before the hurricane, our last game, we did really well in a great home victory. So just one of those deals, we're going to be up and down, but we just have to continue to try and play 4 quarters and hopefully have more ups and downs. But we have a tough schedule this Friday. Tonight is our first district game. We've moved up into the 8A classification, which is the largest classification in high school football. So that's a big deal for us, and we need to go get this win tonight to continue to be in first place in our district.
Well, I noticed that this season you play both Lake Minneola High and South Lake High. Can you explain the districting to us a little bit? Are they both in your district? Yeah.
Lake Minneola used to be in our district, but they've dropped down to 6A, and South Lake is a 7A school, 8A. So we are in different classifications. So we're rivals, and we'll play them every year. They want to play us, but we don't compete with them in our actual district. So our games will do have playoff ramifications in terms of wild card seeding, but for district championships, those games wouldn't count.
Can you explain the districting a little bit to us?
So district is kind of like a division. So if you think of like normal sports like the NBA, NFL, those kind of things have divisions, and if you win a division, you get an automatic bid to the playoffs, and then everybody else is kind of at large wild card based on their overall record and their the schedule. So now high school we call them districts. They're really divisions. There with Dr. Phillips, Boone, Olympia, Windermere, and Oak Ridge division district.
So you're not only playing schools in your district, you're playing because there are other factors that influence where you fall the district and how you move up in it, correct?
Correct. So we try to schedule our non-district games to have a variety of strength of schedule in there, kind of like the University of Florida played Miami on the first week this year. This is for college football. Miami's not an SEC team, but that game does count and loom large for the University of Florida for getting that win. So it's kind of like that now in the high school scene. So a lot of it is strength of schedule now to make the playoffs as a wild card. So you got to have some of those quality wins in there. But we always play Lake Minneola and South Lake because they're local rivals and we're so close.
It's all about the quality wins then, huh?
Yes, sir.
Hey, tell me a little bit about the team. You talked about how you're really kind of in a building year. You didn't necessarily transition some of the players from last year to this year. Can you talk to us about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's just one of those deals where, every 3-4 years you have a year where you cycle a bunch of new talent through the program. The previous 4 years I've been here, we've graduated over 20 kids in each one of those classes. So
Wow.
We were kind of due for not a rebuild, but kind of a reset year where, the senior year class this year is a little bit smaller. Our junior class is really large. Our sophomore class is really large. But really when I say we're young, it's more about the lack of experience than it is the actual ages of the team or the ages of the kids. And in that regard, you only get experience through experience. So you kind of coaching on the fly, learning on the fly, and hopefully we can grow each week and become more of a competitive maturity team.
Wow, great. What about, you've mentioned the team in general. Do you have any standout players we should be watching this year?
We've actually had quite a few players stand out so far. Our quarterback, Robbie Sanders, is doing a great job. Our running back, Cordell Saunders, it's Saunders, not Sanders. Cordell Saunders is doing a great job. He's rushed for over 100 yards in each of our first 2 games. Last week he had 2 at a 90-yard touchdown and an 80-yard touchdown. And then we have a receiver, Jack Crumblish, who's been playing really well. A couple standout offensive linemen, Matt Pierre and Daniel Legros, and Jaden Romero and Landon Wright and Nazir Hamadi. And then on the defensive line, we've got Malik Bembridge and Richie McLeod. Brendan Gerto have been really doing a really good job. And then one of our senior DBs, Trey Ascano, has been doing a great job over at DB for us, and actually also has the kickoff return for a touchdown as well. So we've had a lot of guys step up. It's been fun to see, going into this beginning of the year, we just weren't sure who was going to make plays and who was going to be the guy. And it's been really fun to see these guys step up and put the team on their shoulders and make plays.
Sounds like you got a really strong team, and you're not going to depend on any superstars to win the game.
We are a true team, and I think that's kind of what's starting so far. We aren't in on just a person. It takes all of us to play well to win. And to see these guys as a group step up, it's been really fun as a coach to be a part of that.
That's great. Coach, I know you have a coaching staff. Who else is coaching with you? How many guys do you have helping you with those young men?
We have a staff of about 12. 13 if you count our
Wow.
my dad, who kind of helped with media relations and reporting the stats and everything. So it's kind of an interesting thing. I've changed it up this year. We have some off-campus coaches that just come for practice. They're not actually on campus, but we do have a lot more on-campus coaches this year than we've had in the past, which has been a true help and a blessing for me. I'm a lot more sane this year than I was last year, and I have to do everything myself. But I've also added a couple of teachers to our staff this year. We have a teacher named Miss Chippy, who has taken over our academic side of things, and she's the director of academic success, and she runs an accountability program with the kids where they're on grade sheets, and they report to her 3 days a week to see where they're doing in class and how they're doing and their progress as an academic student. And then Miss Safrawi is our director of football operations, and she's taken over a lot of the behind the scene things like pregame meals and getting parents to wash the uniforms and scheduling our travel and dealing with getting the rosters out to the media and that kind of stuff. So it's been really fun. We've incorporated a lot of more people this year into what we're doing, and it's been kind of fun seeing everybody come together as a family.
You know, Coach, it's actual genius. You really kind of running the team like a professional sports organization. You have a team behind the team.
Right.
You mentioned something about somebody a teacher who's taken over in the academic field. Can you tell us a little bit, very briefly, about the importance of grades in your team and the ability to play and stay focused?
Well, Eastridge is a nationally ranked academic institution. So for us as a football program, we need to model that and kind of mirror that as a program to be in alignment with what our school is trying to accomplish. So doing the grade sheets really helps us to keep weekly and daily tabs on our guys. It also helps curb some of the silliness that might happen in class because there's accountability each day where they would have to do some type of after practice punishment for that. But also last year we had a 3.2 GPA as a team, which was
Wow.
in the top end of the state. And we should be somewhere near that again this year. We graduated quite a few smart guys last year, but this group's not far behind. So we're excited about that, and that's something that we just really push. And, usually the kids rise to the standards that you set. If it's something that you make important, they're going to rise to it. And if it's something that you don't focus on and make important, then they're not going to. So it's important, and our school thinks it's important, so we're going to always be in alignment with that.
Coach, it sounds like they got the right guy at the head of the team. I really appreciate you coming on with us. Really, there's more than just football. You gave us really a slice into a view into the way things are done and how important athletics are in academics and how they all contribute to each other. I got to say, 3.2. I think if there were national averages, you'd probably find yourself on the high end of that in high school football.
Yes,
I would
sir.
imagine
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of people are just hitting the bare minimum.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
We want to say thanks, Coach. We're going to go ahead and wrap up here. I want to say thanks to all the viewers today. Look, do yourself, do the coach, and do me a favor. Share this episode. Share it on social media. Get it out there on all your platforms. You can go to the games. Go. One of the most inexpensive entertainments that you can find anywhere in Southlake County is your local sports. Go support the team. Let your dollars support the children and the community that's created in Southlake, especially through our high schools, because these young men and women, they need your support, emotional, physical, and financial. Once again, Coach, thanks for joining us. That's our time for today. I really want to say I appreciate Coach, and I appreciate the people at Eastridge High School, as I appreciate all our educators in schools. Today, we have looked at something we're going to look at every Friday is local sports. Really excited to get this out of the way. I just want to say that since that is our time, I want to remind you to like, love, and share, as I already have. I want to remind you that if you know anybody that should be a guest on our show, please reach out to me at onejoeknows@gmail.com. You can text me at area code 352-360-8387. If you know anybody who wants to sponsor these teams through our station, and there are a massive amount of affordable ways to sponsor the teams through sponsoring here. If you want to advertise your business, your organization on this station, reach out to me at onejoeknows@gmail.com or text me at 352-360-8387. I'd love to have a conversation with you. I know we can do something. With that said, I am Joe Carlisle. This has been Joe Knows South Lake. I would like to remind you that there is greatness inside you. Dare to let that out today. And I love you. See you Monday. Bye-bye. My name is Joe. 20 years ago, my wife and I moved to Lake County with our 4 young children and settled down. In that time, we've worked, worshiped, played, and raised our family. Today, I've met the people and discovered the businesses and organizations that make up a vibrant, dynamic community. Join us as we share with you what makes South Lake great. I'm Joe, and Joe Knows South Lake.